it's not all about what you think it's all about when it's all gone. You go from a lifestyle of just being engrossed in it, it's basically all you do after school, to being completely dependent on somebody, losing the alone time in the water. My name is Dan Flitner. I've been swimming since I was 3 years old, for around 16 years now, and I'm a sophomore at Liberty University, and I swim for sprint freestyle. The most impactful event on my life is definitely having surgery on my shoulder, and that recovery period of being out of the water and away from a sport I enjoyed and being away from my teammates for about 13 months of my life. Just, basically almost being isolated from sports, which is something that I based a lot of my life around. The biggest struggle is being out of the water and being away from your team. Not being in that environment after being in it pretty much, days on end. That's pretty much basically what you do after school. And being away from all of that and just facing the unknown of not even being sure if you're going to be able to swim again, or not even sure if you're going to be able to do what you enjoy and love again, is a huge mental strain and a huge mental just block you have to get over.
He always came to practice even if he couldn't get in the water. He's been working really, really hard, coming to every morning practice, which is really difficult since they start at 6 a.m. It's really rough getting up and then getting into the cold pool, and then he just works his heart out.
I think one of the biggest things I learned was about identity, and learning that no matter how good of a swimmer I was, then not only were there always people who were going to be better than you to some extent, it's also that swimming doesn't define you, and that being able to recognize that you can be a person outside of swimming. That was something I learned a lot through rehab. Is, again, I couldn't do really anything. I couldn't even get in the pool, I couldn't throw a ball, I really couldn't do much of anything. I couldn't even drive, and being wholly dependent on someone for basically everything really teaches you that it's not all about what you think it's all about when it's all gone.
His work ethic was always good, but it definitely got even better. I've never seen him work that hard in my entire life. He worked every single day basically to get his shoulder back to where he could swim again. And so he also grew a lot closer to his family and friends, because he had to rely on them basically all the time because he couldn't do anything by himself.
It's amazing to be able to compete again. My first meet back after surgery officially for a college team, and really for anyone of any significance, was actually 2 weeks ago. And I threw down the best times I've ever swam in my career in 3 separate races. And for me, if you watch the video of me swimming, I literally hit the wall and just start, screaming, basically, just out of pure excitement and happiness, not only to go a fast time, but just to be back in that thrill of competition. Because practicing is one thing, you can always practice. It's long hours, you do thousands of hours to get in and out of the pool, and hopefully, less than a minute in some events. So being able to just get back in the adrenaline pumping aspect of it's fantastic. The future definitely holds a lot of more just strengthening of my shoulder, rehabbing my shoulder, just trying to make sure I stay healthy. I definitely fight that battle every day with it, but at the same time, I think it also holds a very good career for the rest of my time here at Liberty, and ability to continue swimming no matter.